Hello, we are here for unboxing number 64. I'm Eliza.
Amber.
And today we have all books for grown-ups, but some are like fiction and nonfiction, and some are unprocessed, which, as you know,
we love.
We love because it often means cookbooks. So, yes. Okay. I'm going to open the first box. There's 3 boxes, but
we're going to try and be efficient.
And they're not really that full. So, like this one only has 2 books. You go first.
No. Delish. This sounds very familiar. Oh, it's she's a Delish. Is
she like a blogger?
Online blogger thing, I think, yeah. It sounds very familiar, and I think I've probably seen YouTube videos with the tagline Delish on it. Ooh, pizza rigatoni pie. This is interesting. This is just, it says, eat like every day is the weekend. So definitely not a diet book.
Not a diet book at all.
This is like the anti-diet book. If we had a section for anti-diet stuff, cloud eggs. I really love all of the pictures in it.
I really like the photography.
There's a lot of cheese in this book.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for close-up photos of melted cheese. Oh, Milk Street. This is sort of different because the Milk Street is like Christopher Kimball. I feel like he's a little more like sophisticated. He's Christopher Kimball. I think was the guy behind Cooks Illustrated and America's Test Kitchen and stuff like that.
I do like them.
I'm not sure what his exact job is, but look, there's even like a little special Christopher Kimball seal. Yeah,
that guy.
He's illustrated in just like Cooks Illustrated.
Yeah, no, I like that they have a lot of science behind their cooking. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that's what this is, like explanations.
It's interesting. This font is a little hard to read, but I like how the cover has this nice soft feel. And onion frittata.
So
this is like eat every day is a weekend in Spain. Nice big pictures. Tofu. That looks like good but also healthy. Tofu salad.
So there looks like there's a lot more text in this book, which I'm not usually crazy about, but if you really want to get into a recipe.
I feel like if you're doing that whole Cooks Illustrated type thing, there's always long explanations for everything that you They don't just tell you what to do, they tell you why and all the things they did to discover why.
So if you get it wrong, then you know why.
I would totally take this home. See what it has to say.
I'm just going to pull out this one right here. Stephen King Elevation. And I feel like I just saw this online and didn't realize that he had something else coming out, but it's small.
I always think of him as writing really long books, but this is
He did. Well, he just came out with that other, what's it called? Outsider. The Outsider.
Yep,
and that one's really thick, and it just
cover.
Came out. So this is Castle Rock, Small Town.
That's the one they're making the television show about now.
I think it's a lot of... Is
that the one that's taking place in Orange?
It's called Castle Rock. I don't know where it's taking place, but it's supposed to incorporate a bunch of his characters.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. This...
It's not easily explained?
No, like most of them aren't. If you like Stephen King or want a short book, just come in and take it.
Michael Connelly, The Dark Sacred Night, and he writes sort of thrillers. I don't know if they're speculative, or I think they're more just like straight up mystery suspense.
Did you want to do this?
No, you can. I'll do the next one. I saw the next one. I'm really excited.
This one is Ina Garten, Cook Like a Pro, Recipes and Tips for Home Cooks. I bought one of her cookbooks once as a gift, and it just like, I don't know, there's something nice about it.
There's something really comforting about her.
Yeah. Again, some nice photos.
I don't even like green beans, and that looks good.
Right? Ooh. Figs.
Candied fruit.
Chocolate pecan meringue torte.
Yes, you can make that and bring it into work. Okay, and this one is Dorie Greenspan's new cookbook, The Way I Cook.
She's like a desserty person.
She does. We have desserty cookbooks by her. We have that book that's just like called cookies. Yeah. But I like all of her recipes. I actually just cooked one for baked squash the other night, which I've been eating. I have mixed feelings about squash, but I have to say, if you're going to eat squash, definitely like her recipe is a good direction to go in. And yeah, look at this beautiful cover. Like oh my God, that looks amazing. It must be her favorite recipes or something because it's called The Way I Cook. Look at those carrots. They look yummy. Wow, another one with a lot of text. But she always has little stories to go with her recipes, which I like.
And she's kind of a well-known name, so I think people will pick this up just because her name is on it.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of her recipes, and they've been really fun.
Ooh. Well, I'm really satisfied with all of those cookbooks. I don't know about you guys.
That might be the end of the cookbooks.
Something by Edward Carey called Little. It's not a little book, but there's a little person on the front. It's a tale of ambitious orphan in revolutionary Paris, befriended by royalty and radicals who transforms herself into the legendary Madame Tussaud. Interesting.
The wax figures.
Woman. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm assuming it's just like a fictional.
Yeah, it must be
account
historical fiction.
That's cool.
John Grisham, The Reckoning, another sort of thriller. And this one is historical fiction. It takes place in 1940s Mississippi.
Almost Everything, Notes on Hope by Anne Lamott. And it's another, she usually does really small books, but they're always nonfiction, kind of inspirational.
About her life and about like having kids, and when her daughter had kids, she wrote a book. And
yeah.
I think she's religious a little bit. Heartland by Sarah Smarsh, which is kind of an awesome last name. And it's a memoir of working hard and being broke in the richest country on earth.
This sounds familiar, like we just got this.
Really? I hope not. Maybe we got the audio?
Maybe someone else is writing a memoir about being broke in America.
That actually is very possible. She grew up in Kansas, and it's sort of a book about her life, but also about the class divide in this country. Sounds interesting.
Timely.
Yeah, it's got good blurbs on the back. And
we look for a good blurb. Melmoth by Sarah Perry. This looks intriguing. Oh, a mysterious dark-robed figure has roamed the globe, searching for those whose complicity and cowardice have fed into the rapids of history's darkest waters.
So I listened to her first book, The Essex Serpent, on audio, and it was really good. And
this is the follow-up to that.
Oh, this is the follow-up?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like that. I would like to know more about the characters. The characters were just like super compelling, and it was like one of those ones where you were really immersed into it. I think though maybe I would read it and not listen to the audiobook, even though the reader was really good. It just was like I really wanted to know what was happening, and
it seems like a lot of information.
It just seemed to like go on, and I was like, no, but I want to know.
So does this time travel, or do they just talk about a bunch of different times?
I don't think they time travel. I think they jump from characters in different times. If there was time travel, that was not in the first book, and there was actually like only. Oh, but it does say 2017 London. It must just be in different times.
This looks really interesting. So,
and there's like a slight supernatural element, but it's like really.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Like a muddy, like, is it supernatural?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. So Iris Johansen, Vendetta, and this is another sort of political CIA thriller mystery.
There's a gun on the front, so.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That tells us a lot about a book when there's a gun on the front. In the Hurricane's Eye by Nathaniel Philbrick, The Genius of George Washington and the Victory at Yorktown. So another historical book about the American Revolution. Nice end papers. We've been getting a lot of these recently, I feel like.
He's a really big name in historical fiction.
Yeah.
I mean, in historical nonfiction.
He wrote Valiant, Ambition, and Mayflower.
Stuart Woods, Desperate Measures, another sort of a thriller mystery.
The Stone Barrington.
Stone Barrington series. And there he is on the back.
And then all we have left are a bunch of
audiobooks. Oh, look, we have some matches.
This is a match for Elevation.
This is a match for Melmoth. This is a match for The Reckoning by John Grisham.
Fear.
Oh my gosh, we finally got the audiobook to Fear. This is a very coveted item right now, and I had last time someone wanted it so badly that I went into the system to try to figure out why we didn't have it, and it was just back ordered for what seemed like eternity. So it's really cool that we got it.
Finally.
If people still want it, I don't know. Sometimes these things change pretty fast, but
yeah.
And I Know You Know, which is a thriller, chilling, twisty mystery about 2 shocking murder cases 20 years apart, and this we have the book for.
So that's everything. Empty boxes. See you later.
Bye.